or no?
No, I don't think so. You stop at Deskala Parichina Sarvaga Sarvamohini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarva Mohini is where I think I stopped.
Deshakala Parichinta.
We talked about Deshakala, Parichinna, right? All that.
Yeah.
Let me move on to the next Nama, which is Saraswati, and which is very appropriate. The first day of Vasanta Navaratri, I think we worship Saraswati Devi. She is in the form of Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge, and the Parabrahman is also the embodiment of knowledge. Due to the effect of Maya, people are bound by all the delusions. So Saraswati Devi's form is capable of dispelling that ignorance and the impediment in realizing the Parabrahman within, the all-pervading Parabrahman within us and everywhere else. So knowledge, the Rupini, the Swarupam of that is Saraswati Devi, and we had even talked about Saraswati and Lakshmi being on either side of Mata. Here we are saying she herself is Saraswati Devi. So even there is Saraswati, a 2-year-old girl is also called as Saraswati, it seems. And Saraswati resides in the tongue of all human beings. In Sri Devi Mahamatyam, there are 3 main chapters. Basically, Prathama Charitra, Madhyama Charitra, and Uttama Charitra, and each of these is represented by Durga, Mahalakshmi, and Saraswati Devi. So here we are talking about, again, Mata, who is the manifestation of knowledge, just like goddess of knowledge, Saraswati. So next Nama is Shastramayi. She is in the form of Shastras, or the rules of righteousness.
Deepak, I have one thing to add to this.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Shyamji.
It says, goddess of discriminative wisdom and spiritual illumination.
Okay.
Yeah.
Discriminatory wisdom of
to
realize spiritual, for spiritual realization.
Viveka Buddhi, and the spiritual wisdom, spiritual illumination.
Yeah.
Savitri. No?
Savitri, Saraswati. Yeah. So discriminatory intelligence, Mata, who is the form of that.
Yes, goddess of discriminatory wisdom and spiritual illumination.
Spiritual illumination, like the Savitri.
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. Anything else, Srinivas?
I just remember one, in Telugu there is a Swamiji. Somebody asked him, why all your gods wear weapons? Is there anyone who doesn't wear? Then he answered that, there is goddess Saraswati. If you don't listen to what she says, then all other gods are there with weapons to punish you. So,
to punish you?
Knowledge and wisdom, that is the primary thing, Saraswati. So if you don't aim to acquire that, the other gods will appear with weapons to punish that. So, Saraswati and Lakshmi are basically 2 gods without weapons, I think.
See, she is Pustaka Dharini, and she has the beads and Veena and Kamandalam, or
knowledge, wisdom, the discretionary power, and all those things. Basically, wisdom. If you don't have wisdom, the rest of the gods will use the weapons. How to use the weapons.
Yeah, I guess, and all other gods, whoever have weapons, right? Even like Mano, Rupekshu, Kodanda, and all that, for each of them is for internal bad tendencies, to conquer those, to get rid of those. So like this year, here a tool is, I guess, the music is also, the Swaram is also, I guess, the music is also a liberator. when you are listening to music, there is nothing, no way you would be able to focus on any other evil thoughts. I guess music is also a strong weapon to get rid of tamasic tendencies. Yeah. So the next nama is Shastramayi. She's the form of Shastras, the rules of righteousness, right? I guess whatever we need to follow dharma, Shastras are very important, especially our Vedas. Whatever they come up with rules, and there is a reason why we need to follow those Shastras to uphold dharma, and she is in the form of those Shastras. Whenever we are in the influence of Maya, whenever we get deluded, and then to get out of those delusions, one of the things that human beings need to do is they have to follow the Shastras. They are the source of knowledge. Both Upanishads and Shastras provide valuable inputs to enable us to understand and realize the Parabrahman. And these can be in the form of both the affirmations and negations. They enable us to realize the Parabrahman, and these inputs, these inputs are very vital. And the parts of her body are made of only these Shastras. Her breath is Vedas. Her ego is mantras. Her words create epics. Her tongue created goddess Saraswati. Her chin created Vedangas. From upper portion, her throat, all the Shastras. In the middle of her throat, medicine and archery have come. So this is all how they are, referring to different parts of Mata, and they are associating her throat is Shastras. I guess this is one way to talk about every one of these Vedas, mantras, Puranas. Everything is vital part of realizing the universal consciousness. So yeah, and so that she is a form of the Shastras.
The Shastra is a pramana. Shastra is pramana as a result. Because so we have that's held as in reverence and is standard reference. So that's the first thing that we must be any kind of an aspirant. He has to believe the Shastras are pramana.
So pramana, which means they are absolute.
They are the adhar, they are the support, they are the reference.
They are the reference.
In Nyaya or Tarka, there are like different kinds of pramanas. So, Sabda pramana, Shastra pramana, Pratyaksha pramana, Anumana pramana. So Pratyaksha is the best one, of course, but these Purva Mimamsa, everything, they depend on different pramanas. When you discuss, you need to first establish what is your basis. What do you take as a pramana? Is it like Pratyaksha pramana or inferential or Anumana pramana or Sabda pramana? Where Guru says you listen. Is that a pramana or Shastra pramana? Whatever the scriptures
Vedas.
Yeah, Vedas and Shastras. I don't know. Shastra is a broad term, right? It includes so many things. It
includes Vedas also.
Yeah, Vedas also.
Yeah. So I think you said Pratyaksha pramana, which is by seeing and direct inference.
Experiential, yeah, by direct experience.
Yeah, by direct experience.
Yeah.
So which philosophy is Pratyaksha pramana?
Pratyaksha pramana is only Advaita, I think, because that you have to nobody can explain you that. You cannot prove it by logic, right? It is only by your direct experience only you can feel that.
Spiritual experience is that.
Yeah.
Okay.
आपण
So, yeah. And but I think here we are giving importance for the Shastras,
Shastra.
Shastramai, Shastra Pramana. Okay. That's interesting. And I was always thinking Shastra Pramana is common for all of them, like any philosophy, but there are different types of Pramanas also. Okay.
I think original Pramana is Vedas.
Uh-huh. Okay. And I know we talked about different philosophies, right?
Yes.
Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa, and all that.
Yes.
The Uttara Mimamsa
Shastra.
has Shastra Pramana.
Yes.
It is
Yeah,
karma. That is
Mhm.
basically this. All these things apply to
Yes, Shastra.
the first ones. I think not for Mimamsa, Vedanta. I
Mm.
think it's Pramana kind of logical thing. Sankhya, Nyaya.
Mhm.
For
Purvamimamsa,
example,
Uttaramimamsa, Yoga.
Yoga.
Yes. Yoga is one of the Shastras. Shastra.
Yes, Shastra. But what they take as a Pramana, I'm not sure about that clearly.
Okay.
So because even for Atma, you have to first initially you have to take Shastra as a Pramana and initiate sadhana. Directly it won't be experienced.
Mhm.
You should have some trust in the Shastra and then only proceed. Otherwise, if it is that easily available, it won't be. It's not. Everything will be so peaceful. Everybody will become attain moksha. So initially, that's the reason why you have to start from neti discussion, that kind of analysis, logical thinking. But there is always, you should trust that there is something. You can feel it definitely. It's not completely. It won't come into experience. There is something beyond mind. So up to senses and then mind, it is pretty clear. Beyond mind, I think you need to go by intuition kind of thing. So to observe mind, there must be something else, right? So you can feel it, but when you read these shastras, your faith will increase. So
Yeah. So these pramanas, right? It comes under the Nyaya philosophy.
yeah, exactly.
The Nyaya darshanas, Shad darshanas. In that Nyaya darshana, when they are talking about there are four pramanas: pratyaksha, anumana, upamana, and shabda. And which is verbal testimony. Comparison, inference is anumana, and perception is the pratyaksha. So yeah, I guess in the Nyaya Darshana, they talk about these four types of pramanas, and I'm curious to find out what are the other darshanas. Right? What are the pramanas for each one of them?
I think all of them assume that yoga and the Vedas are the pramana. All of the Shat Darshanas, every one of them. Because only ones that do not accept Vedas as pramana is Buddhism and Jainism.
Jainism, Avaidika. Yeah.
Yeah.
Avaidika.
So whatever is given in Vedas, I thought is Shastras, right? Shastras, the rules come from Vedas, or the rules of Dharma, right?
Yes.
All that, yeah.
Vedas are more, they depends upon the, some of them are for rituals and things like that too, that you propitiate a deity and, you try to get a boon and those kinds of things also they are there in Vedas. But still, overall, the knowledge which Vedas represent, that's the Pramana, Shastra Pramana.
Yeah, because like even you mentioned, right, the how we in Shastra also means rules and procedures, how we do some stuff. And some of the Vedas, like you said, the rituals information is there.
Yes.
But yeah, and then it is the Vedantas which come from the Vedas are the ones that talk about
Upanishads.
Upanishads that are derived from them, which gives the rules of life.
Well, that's the Upanishads are, some of they are considered some of them are pramana also.
Yeah, because I'm thinking the shastras are like I'm always relating it to dharma shastras,
Yes.
So whatever we are needed, whatever is needed for dharma.
Those are
code.
smritis, kind of Manudharma, Parasara smritis. I think those are more like code of conduct kind of thing.
Code of
Specifically.
But
others don't specify this kind of Upanishads. They don't prescribe anything, right? Those are just
Upanishads are essentially, the interpretations or descriptions and things like that. So,
yeah. So like Manusmriti, so you're talking about the Smritis are Dharma Shastras, okay?
Yes. Further elucidation of the the Vedic Vedas and so on, as given in Upanishads.
Okay. Wonderful. So Shastra, yeah, I guess Shastramayi, she's in the form of those Shastras or rules of a regulated life. So yeah, and then the next Nama is Guhamba. Guhamba, there are two, like I think we talked about Guha, the word before. One, Lord Kartigeya is Guha, Amba is mother, Kartigeya is mother. Or the other one is the Guha is the space within our heart. Guha also means concealed. Right, it is said that the self and self are related to each other like light and shade. When self is inferred, whenever by reasoning, by different type of interpretation, the secret is unfolded. So that secret is nothing but the self-realization that you are Parabrahman. So here she is the mother of that, who unconceals it. So that's why Guha, but I guess the straightforward meaning is Guha Amba is Kartigeya's mother or Subramania's mother. Again, Subramanya, why was he created? He was created for the purpose of destroying the demons, just like the evil forces within us that bind us to Maya. So that Shakti is Guha, and the mother of that, which pierces through all those Maya layers, sheets around the Parabrahman within us, is Mata. Anything to add on to that, Guhamba?
No.
Okay. And then the next Nama is Guhya Rupini. Again, here Guhya is referred to as secret or covered or hidden, whose form is mysterious. Mata, whose form is mysterious. And the previous Nama is related to this, like Guhamba, where we said Guha could be mysterious. Same way here, similar interpretation of the word Guha, which is secret. Guhya Rupini is what Mata, who is in the form of Guhya Rupam, whose form is mysterious. Yeah, I guess again, Parabrahman never wants to conceal himself. There is nothing like Parabrahman is a secret. It's just that due to our, all our tendencies or gunas or whatever karmas that we have done, all our, I forget the word, whatever we have accumulated over the years, these sheets form around our pure soul, and that's why it becomes a secret, because As such, it is not a secret, it is always there. But all these layers that we ourselves have entangled ourselves make it a secret. And that secret, which is the Parabrahman, the Rupam of that is Mata. There is also an Upanishad called Guhya Upanishad. She is also the form of Guhya Upanishad. I didn't know that. Yeah, I know there are several Upanishads. Anything to add on to that?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm good. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. The next nama is Sarvobhadi Vinirmukta. Okay. What does that mean? How do we? Sarva means every, Upadhi means limitation, condition. Vinirmukta is free from, exempt from. She who is without any constraints or limitations or conditions. So she is Sarvopadi Vinirmukta. That's what that nama means. And this is the beginning of the next couplet. She is free from limitations. And what are those conditions? For example, Shiva is in crystal complexion and Shakti is red complexion, it seems. Whichever in the Dhyana verse, we talk about the Sindhurana Vikram. When Shakti sits by the side of Shiva, he also turns red, it seems. This is Upadhi. Upadhi is of 4 types: consciousness limited, intellect, knowledge, individual, and Maya. Conscious limited by intellect or knowledge or individual or Maya is Upadhi. Anything that is limited by intellect, by knowledge, or individual or Maya. The true form of Parabrahman is concealed by these Upadhis. Because entire Sarva Upadhis, all these Upadhis conceal this true consciousness. We treat the Parabrahman as something of a color or something of a particular, whatever we can think through our Maya or through our intellect, we conditionally call it. But then she's the true form of Parabrahman is beyond all these Upadhis. She's beyond all these Upadhis and Parabrahman, because Parabrahman is beyond all Upadhis. Even in the whenever we say she's the mother of Kartigeya and all that, right? We are coming. They're all Upadhis because we are limiting it as a mother of a god named Kartigeya. These are all limitations or conditions. In reality, these Parabrahman cannot be contained through such Upadhis. So we do that interpretations, like all these Puranas, characters and all that, but we need to remember that she is beyond all these Upadhis. All these forms, that Saraswati, Mahalakshmi and all that could also be considered as Upadhis. Yeah. So this is this nama confirms, Nirguna Brahman is what we are talking about here. Saguna versus Nirguna. That form we are referencing here when we say Sarvopadi Vinirmukta. Saguna Brahman and Nirguna Brahman. Here we are talking about Nirguna Brahman. And then the next nama itself is going to go to Saguna Brahman, which is Sadashiva Pativrata. Shiva has many forms, and Sadashiva, we know, is the calm and happy and prosperous form of Shiva that the faces is Sadashiva. So Sadashiva is considered as supreme of all the forms. And it is also a Tattvam. So here she is the Pativrata. She is the wife of Sadashiva. So in Sadashiva Tattvam, when you reach that stage, the practitioner feels that Aham Idam. Aham means I am and Idam means here. Idam refers to something that is immediately following. In this context, aham idam means that I am here awaiting Shakti and Shiva union. This is the penultimate stage to self-realization. In the stage where you are, where Sadashiva is still predominant, or Sadashiva Tattvam leads to Shakti, which ultimately culminates in Shiva. There is nothing beyond Shiva. This Nama means she is the wife of Sadashiva. Shiva is here is Nirguna Brahman or Pravara Brahman without any attributes, whereas Sadashiva is a Saguna Brahman, and Sadashiva's wife is also Saguna Brahman. So she is endowed with all the energies for creation, sustenance, and dissolution. So yeah, I guess when we talk about the previous Nama, Sarvopadi Vinirmukta, here we are alternating between Saguna Brahman and Nirguna Brahman. Anything to add on to that?
No.
Maybe you can interpret Sadasiva Pativrata also as a Nirguna kind of thing. If you Sadasiva means eternal bliss, Shiva is peace, happiness. Sadasiva means Pativrata means absolute devotion, focus.
Yeah.
So absolute focus, devotion is towards the eternal bliss. So you can become so focused means you become one with that. So unless you become one with that, you cannot be absolutely experience that. So you have to become one with that. So Sadasiva Pativrata, I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud here. Sadasiva Pativrata, maybe you can interpret it as in a Nirguna.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess if we think about it, Nirguna Brahman, Sadashiva Pativrata, you can symbolically say you are fully devoted to the eternal bliss. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Any other comments?
No.
Good.
So the next Nama is Sampradayeshwari. So Sampradayam, we know traditional customs, and Ishwari is queen, who protects and rules all the traditional practices and customs. Right? So that is what Sampradayeshwari means. Sampradayam means the knowledge imparted through traditions. So I guess mostly the knowledge associated mostly with the rituals. The rituals could come through mother, father to son, daughter, or guru, shishya. From guru, the shishya learns all these sampradayams. And different people have different sampradayams. Here, it can also be said that that sacred traditions, she is the chief of them because she protects them. Like Panchadashi or Shodashi mantra should only be recited by through initiation by a guru. A guru means a self-realized person. Even in I mentioned several times in Sri Vidya Upasakars, too much importance is given to a few rituals. And these rituals are not like empty. A lot of times, the karmas that we have accumulated, the bad ones, they get diluted, or even the dissolution of those karmas can be activated faster, or these rituals could be a catalyst to dissolve them quickly. Maybe I'm not saying it the right way. To hasten the whatever the dissolving our karmas, these rituals are important, and these rituals shouldn't be considered as empty. They are the devotion. With full devotion, we need to do that, and the rituals become necessary only in the initial stages. But even beyond those initial stages, all the swamis, they continue to do the rituals because there is a reason for that, and especially Sri Vidya Upasakars know the importance of that. So Sampradayeshwari means knowledge imparted through traditions. So worshipping Lalitambiga should be has a lot of rituals in it too. It could be done in privacy, as everything associated with her is secretive in nature, and we know why secretive or privacy, because you have to do it with full devotion. And if you even chanting of Lalita Sahasranamam, if you don't say it the right way, it can mean something else. So yeah. So I guess the sampradayam is the importance of sampradayam is being highlighted in this nama is what I think. Anything else to add on to that?
No, I'm good. Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's it.
Mm-hmm. She is said to be the ruler of traditional knowledge. Okay. So that is the nama that we. So Sadhvi. Sadhvi. What is Sadhu? Is who is a seer, saint, a calm, well-controlled person. E means bija mantra, in car. Bija mantra, in stands for Kamakala Bijam of Devi, it seems. It is a divine desire of macrocosm which is related to creation. That Eem is related to creation. So Sadhu plus Eem becomes Sadhvi. This is one interpretation. The other one is it is a poetic version. And Sadhvi here we refers to how she is unique, because here Sadhu has number of interpretations. What I was saying before, that Satvik, all the Rajas and Tamas, whoever transcends those, is a Sadhu, and hence she is called. She is the cause for those trans. So she is a Sadhu. In that way, she is Sadhvi. The other meaning here they are talking about is Sadhu plus Eem, where Eem is the Bijakshanam for creation. So she is the root for creation of a Sadhu. This was the other interpretation of the word Sadhvi. Okay. And Sadhu is somebody who does not cause harm to anyone. So that is so next nama is E. So there is in some books E itself is a nama. Kamakala, like I said, right? E is the bija for creation. E means Shakti. In the vowels, right? E means Shakti, it seems. So Vishnu's sister is A plus Eem. E means Shakti. Vishnu's sister is A plus Eem is Aim. So yeah, there are different ways that Eem is being considered as a separate nama by itself. Some of them consider that as a separate bija mantra. In Lalita Sahasranamam has a lot of mantras embedded into it. So in that way, we can take that Sadhvi as Sadhu as one mantra, and Eem as another mantra, or Sadhvi could be considered as one mantra. Right? I don't know if I confused or you're able to get what I'm trying to say. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the last nama, Guru Mandala Rupini. Guru Mandala. Mandala means path or collection. So that whole Guru Mandalam, the collection of gurus, the Guru lineage, the Guru Parampara, she is the personification of that Guru Parampara, is what we can talk about, that we can consider here. So there is a lineage of gurus that we are always indebted. We always stress in any one of our prayers, whenever in our rituals, we stress the importance of, because without that lineage, we won't be able to still be talking about Lalita Sahasranam and all this knowledge, all these rituals, because it has, in Sanatana Dharma, it's an endless Dharma. Forever it has been in existence. So yeah, I guess this Guru lineage is that embodiment of that is Mata. She is in the form of Guru Mandala. There's no difference between Guru and Lalitambika. The Adi Guru is Shiva. Guru is worshipped in Sahasrara as she joins the Shiva to form the Shiva Shakti Eka Rupini. So she is the Rupini of Guru Mandala. Okay, we can stop here. Oh, I went over the time. I just checked the time. So yeah, who is a personification of Guru Parampara is the meaning of this now.
Guru.
Anything to add on to it?
Sham, you want to add in?
No, I'm good.
Good, okay.
Parampara is, we are talking lineage, right?
Yeah, we are talking about the lineage.
Yeah.
And she's the Guru Parampara, the lineage of all gurus.
Okay.
She is the Rupini of that. She's the form of that.
She's the guardian.
Guardian, yeah.
Guardian, okay, guardian of that.
Editions. That's what this book says.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guardian or Rupini, Rupam is form, so she is.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. Happy Ugadi Gudi Padwa again.
Padwa, yeah.
If you are able to join Mata Ki Chauki on Sunday evening.
Yeah. Okay. We'll try our best. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Vinaji.
Deepa. Thank you, Shyam.
Thank you.
Thank you, Venaji.
Yeah, have a nice weekend.
You too all. Yeah.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Namaste. Talk to you next week. Thank you. Bye.